everybody, this is Cody from Slow Your Roll. For those of you looking for the next episode of Hallard's Tale coming up normally on Saturdays, I don't think I'm going to get to it this week just because holiday's been crazy busy and everything else, but I did want to stop and talk to you guys a second about what I think might be the most important or crucial tool that I use. I mean, it's incredible, and I haven't really seen anyone mention anything about it. It is GM's Apprentice. So there's this gentleman named James Turner, his web development guy, but he threw together this small website called GM's Apprentice, and it is insanely helpful. It's a whole page of just things that are very, very inspirational as far as planning out your game on the fly, or even like making a game, a campaign setting, really anything. So I'm gonna kind of show you some of the things that I really like about it real quick. First off, right out of the way, there's just odds for random like fate rolls, I guess you could say. So as a GM, if you hear you're planning out a whole scene, and if you hear one of your players say, "Wow, what if what if after we kill this guy, he actually comes back to life, and that's the whole twist that's about to happen?" And you think to yourself, that is way cooler than what I planned. Is that going to be something that I let happen? You can go ahead and just use the odds table right here. If you like the idea, maybe give it a high percentage, 75% chance that it's going to come up a yes. So, and of course you can just, choose to do that anyway. But if it's something you're like, wow, that might be a little risky, maybe I'll let this thing decide for me. It can be incredibly helpful. Also, you're just going to see that you have a single die roll of every die type right here at the top. That can be really helpful too, even just to have open in the background in case something were to happen where you want a trap to be triggered with less than the typical like DC of just a saving throw. This can actually allow you to maybe look and see like, okay, 16 out of 20, right? So that's gonna be what the players have to be. Something like that, really anything. This page is incredibly helpful for inspiration, and it has so much more than what is listed on the first page here. One of the things you'll see, there's a whole tab of buttons for other situations. There's one like quest generation, and it gives you all kinds of stuff, the framing event for the quest, the objective, the location. It lays out incredibly inspirational ideas, or at the very least, something that you can just randomly throw together and use, and it's going to end up all right, because a lot of these things that they give you through GM's Apprentice are very like fleshed out and detailed actually. So you could run a dungeon kind of on the fly. You're like, I know the certain things I want in this room, or I know the certain rooms that are going to be important in this dungeon, I should say, but for the other rooms and hallways, I don't really have much of a plan. This will give you so much inspiration of what to expect, and you can take what you want to, use what you want to, of course, and just throw away the rest, whatever. But yeah, seriously, this is just an incredibly helpful tool. You'll see it's got detailed traps, what they'll sound like, what they'll look like, the things they're going to do as far as their effect, all kinds of good stuff. So you'll see wilderness encounters, things they might encounter in urban areas. There's like a quick description of urban areas there. There is NPCs. They even give you the full name, the surname, the status, appearance. A lot of good stuff here. Like I said before, there are encounter tables that it'll run for you. And a lot of these things can be really helpful as far as planning the encounter. And whatever you can't use as inspiration, it just doesn't work for you, doesn't trigger your excitement to create and build like D&D does for a lot of DMs. Whatever it doesn't do for you there, just get rid of it. Use what's there that you like instead. There is a treasure hoard. This is nice. I really like the treasure table because right there, as soon as you click treasure, you have categories. You've got an individual treasure, you've got a treasure hoard, gemstones, art objects. So like all the things that are typical treasure you're gonna find wherever you would find treasure. And on top of that, there's tier listings. So you're thinking to yourself, wow, the players seriously made it happen getting to this hidden spot. Like they went way out of their way. They use spell slots. They used a lot of the resources to get to this place. I need to reward them. this is a very easy way to do it. You're like, man, a normal treasure might be at tier 1, but they did incredibly well. I'm going to bump it up to all the way to a tier 3 to make sure my players know whether I had this planned or not. If they commit to something, then they're going to get rewarded, you know, something like that. So the tier listings for each type of treasure is incredibly helpful. One of the best things about this, I use this when I'm playing solo, right? So this is probably my favorite tool that I have in my arsenal for solo gameplay. But at the same time, this is all things that you can use running a game with a group, you know, running a game live on the table, or you can have it in a separate window if you're playing on Roll20 online or whatever else. So this does work on your phone also. I was going to mention that. A lot of DMs like to actually use DM screens and things like that, and not a laptop. I'm the DM that just runs everything from my laptop as we're playing. Shout out to those people. But but if you think the DM screen's better, leave it in the comments and we'll start a war. That'd be awesome. But right, so anyway, you can use this app on your phone. So it's just a website. You can pull it up anywhere you've got internet, or phone service or whatever. And it displays really nicely on the phone too. It kind of like shrinks to the appropriate size. Yeah, I seriously cannot recommend enough. Just like check this thing out. Oh, I meant to give credit too. So right, James Turner, right? It says specifically here, and I imagine he wrote this in the bio, but it's based on Game Master's Apprentice base deck by Larcenous Designs, LLC. And that he made this whole thing, you know, with permission. But that's important to note. So I'm gonna leave all this stuff in the description of the video. And thank you for everyone that has given us already, you know, some support. It's awesome. It's really encouraging. Me and Alex both are super, super excited to keep making content. If you're interested in the content you're seeing already, then subscribe, like, do whatever you got to do to grow our channel up a little bit. And we're gonna keep making awesome content for you guys, because that's what we're in it for. We're excited to meet people that are interested in the things that we're talking about, the things that we're interested in. Yeah, we just want to keep doing this. So thanks everybody again for your support already. And we'll see you around. See you next time.